Okay, so I've just started recording now, Vinny. So yeah, thanks
Yeah.
again. Just for the purpose of the call, obviously, this is your first havening session. I've had your form come
Yep.
through, so thank you for that. Um, do you have any questions before we start? I'm just going to give you an overview of what havening is, and then we're going to go into the presenting issue that you described in your form.
No, not really. No, I'm fine.
Yeah,
I've
happy with
not
that?
really ever done this before. But yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, not to I, not to I. Okay, so havening is a psychosensory therapy, okay, and that is used in the treatment of trauma, anxiety, and other stress-related conditions. And if you break down the word psychosensory, um, psycho is relating to mind, and sensory is relating to senses. And in the case of havening, it's the sense of touch. Okay, we'll go into that shortly, but you will be physically touching yourself throughout this session.
Uh,
Okay. Um,
Yeah,
and the whole reason is it's founded on the fact that the body is an electrical chemical organ. Okay.
yeah.
So, do you know what a neuron is?
Yes.
Okay. So
No,
there's yeah, there's technically there's about 86 billion of these tiny little neurons all throughout our body, and they send chemical messages between them to communicate. So, for example, if you're making a cup of tea and you lean against the kettle on your elbow and it's hot, the sensors in your elbow will send a message up to your brain, that's hot, move me, and then it moves and it happens instantly. Okay.
yeah,
Um, so that's how neurons work. And then what happens with things like trauma and stress related conditions? Um, an event will happen, and that can trigger a reaction, part of these
yeah,
neuron pathways. And sometimes those pathways can be sort of bounded together, almost like a glue. Okay. So
yeah.
the event and the reaction. So, for example, and I've got to ask this first, are you okay with dogs? Have you ever been attacked by a dog?
I have actually, but no, I'm fine with dogs. I was attacked when I was little, but it didn't do anything. It didn't leave a.
You sure? Okay. Well, have
Yeah,
you ever been attacked by a cat?
I've been attacked by a cat a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
but no, I
Okay.
love cats.
Okay.
I love
Okay.
cats and dogs.
Well, let's just pretend you got attacked by a lion. Okay. I'm going to use some creativity here just for the purpose of the demonstration. So, you get attacked by a lion as a kid. A lion is chasing you. When you're young, you're naturally going to be terrified of that lion.
Yeah,
It's running after you.
yeah,
Um, you're going to be panicking. You're going to be going to fight or flight mode.
yeah,
And then what will happen is when you're older, if you see a lion in the park, which I know sounds a bit strange, let's say it is a dog. If you see a dog in the park, the dog's on the lead. Um, you're 20 yards away from the dog. You're completely
you,
safe,
yeah,
but your heart rate's going up. You're feeling a bit anxious. You're feeling a bit nervous. Okay, that's because the neurons, the memory of the trauma event when you're little and the reaction has almost like glued together. Okay,
yeah,
so it happens automatically. Now,
yeah.
um, the way that Havening works is it uses a brain wave frequency called delta. Now, are you familiar with any of the brain waves? No?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it. Well,
Okay.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
Okay, so there's five different types, and basically it's a measure of the electrical impulses in the brain. Okay, so gamma is the most intense. So if you were being chased by a lion, you're going to be firing the gamma intense brain waves, and you're going to be in full fight or flight mode. Okay, the
like,
com yeah, the complete other end of the spectrum is delta brain waves, which typically you only experience in deep sleep. Okay, and that is a really calming, relaxing brainwave. Okay. Now, the way that Havening works is we can activate those delta waves while we're conscious through Havening touch, which I'll demonstrate shortly. And the reason this is so important and so fundamental towards this type of psychotherapy technique is the fact that the delta waves can break down that bond that I described earlier between the memory and your sort of reaction. Okay, whatever that response is, it can break down the bond between them, and in a way, it can just reset it. So you always still have a memory, and that will never go, but maybe you won't have that raw attachment, emotional attachment feeding to it, or other
Wow.
feelings. Okay, so in terms of the havening touch, okay, I'm just going to go through some examples of what that looks like. So to start with, can you just do this with your hands? Okay, so palm to palm. So not you're not like yeah. See that? So you're always doing palm to palm.
Oh, okay.
Okay, always doing palm to palm. That's it. Now, believe it or not, within about 10 seconds, you've activated delta brainwaves.
Well, I just
Um,
felt really calm.
okay,
I actually did
okay.
go
I mean,
big. I
yeah,
did actually do a big breath. I was like,
okay,
yeah,
okay, that's good.
yeah,
It,
not
it,
messing with
it
you.
releases feel good chemicals as well. Okay, so that's one version. The second version is using your arms. So what you're going to do is you're going to stroke from the shoulders down to the elbows. Okay, shoulders down to the elbows. Can you do that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last one is with the face. Okay, so hands, top of the face, and down.
See, I do that a lot. I
Okay.
do that a lot. Not that I'm. Maybe it's just naturally doing it when I'm a bit like, oh, this is hard work. Well, it's just natural to do that, isn't it?
Yeah. So just do
Yeah,
yeah, nice and
I know that one.
steady pace. Okay. And while we're doing the sessions, you obviously it's a remote session, so you'll be doing them yourself. If we were together, I could do them for you. Um, but you can mix between all three. Okay, so you could start off with your hands, go onto your arms, go onto your face, back to your arms, whatever you feel comfortable with. Okay.
Okay.
So, like I said, while that is going on, that can, in effect, that breaks down the bond. It can decode any trauma or stress related instances. Okay. So,
Hmm.
the other thing we're going to talk about during this is something called a SUD, which is a subjective unit of distress. It's on a scale of 0 to 10. Okay. So, at any time, I'll ask you for a SUD score. And if we're going through an event, which obviously you have described, it's how you think about that event in this moment in time right now. Okay. So
Yeah.
not at the time of the event, but as we're describing it. Okay. So 10 would be the absolute worst, and 0 would be I feel no distress at all. Okay.
Hmm.
Now,
Hmm.
the other thing to factor is when we go through sort of memory activation, it can be a little bit upsetting because obviously you're waking up the memory and the emotions with it. And think of it as a mushroom. Okay. So you start talking about it and you think about it, you're going to light it up. Okay. And when it's lit up, that is when the delta waves can do its work to break down the chemical bond between the memory and the reaction. Okay. Now, once you've lit it up, I will distract you. It's going to sound a bit weird, a bit. Just go with it. It's a bit of fun.
Yeah.
But I will distract
Okay.
you. We will do silly little things like, can you count backwards in twos from 10? Name
Just
me
don't do that.
anything. Okay, okay, okay. We'll be doing silly little things.
Just let
Let me know if there's anything else not to do as a distraction. By the way, there's no right or wrong. Okay, the whole point of it is to distract you
distract them.
from the
Yeah.
event that we just lit up.
Yeah.
Because even as soon as you stop talking about it, it's still lit up. Okay, the neurons.
Gotcha. Yeah. See how that
Okay,
works.
okay, perfect. Do you have any questions before we start? Does that all
No.
make relative sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. And just finally, I just want to check you're comfortable where you are, where you're sitting. Um,
Yeah.
everything's all good. Perfect. Okay, right. So just going on your form, just recapping what you were talking about. You've said that you struggle with moments in time when you feel like you can't let go of something. So the
Yeah.
example you gave was you're with your daughter, you were in the bath and you saw her toys, um, in fact, can you just explain briefly what that was? Because it was
Yeah,
a little bit unclear on the form.
yeah. It's a thing I have where I've got two children, and they're getting older. And one's 15, one's 8, and it's normally happy little things. It's probably just a normal thing, but I think I get more emotional about it. I'm getting emotional now even talking about it. But say if I'm in the bath and you got your little kids' toys that they've left, and a little Barbie and a little tiny cat things and the ducks, and I will look at that, and like I get a bit anxious because I go, that's gonna go, it's gonna go away, they're gonna grow up, and I'll look back on this when I'm an old man, and I'll want to be here, and I want to appreciate it more. And am I appreciating it enough? And I know I do, but it's almost like there's this thing, and I've just got it, and it's yeah. So it's part of this thing where I can't enjoy the moment sometimes. Like if there's a little birthday party for her, and we've had in the garden, and I see our friends, it's like I want to keep it. I
Yeah,
want to put it in a drawer and have it forever, sort of thing.
yeah. And
Mm.
you said that physically makes you feel anxious.
Yeah.
Um, and you spoke about a pain in your stomach.
Yeah, it's just
Just
it's just
elaborate on
like a
that. Is
like a full like a filling up feeling, like
okay.
and like a oh, like a merry-go-round, kind of like a dizzy, like oh, like nervous, like I'm gonna go on stage, sort of, yeah.
Okay. 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 Well, what we're going to do, you said that there's a few examples there, and the one you spoke about in the form was the example in the bath. Um, you can pick an event. It could be that one. It could be a more recent one. It could be just one that stands out. One that we can use to focus on. And again, for the purpose of this recording, within your form, you said there that you have no reason to believe of any previous trauma in your life. You said you had a happy upbringing, that there was
Really
nothing.
happy. Yeah, I think that's probably what's added to it, because I had such a great time, my mum and dad and everything, and they're still alive and everything. But it's like time is moves fast, and it that them moments of them days is
Yeah.
we can't keep it gone, and I can't, and
Okay.
everyone changes as well, like your mum and dad changes, and it's like I can't keep it.
Well, let's focus on one. So, is there one particular event you want to work on today? Is it that one with your daughter when you were thinking about her in the bath?
Yeah, just like yeah, like when you
Okay.
she's singing in the shower, and I hear her on the stairs, and it's like I get, and I can't, I'm a happy. It's not like I wouldn't say I'm happy. It's like a anxious, like I don't want it to go feeling.
Okay. Okay. Well, which one do you want to work on? Let's pick on one in particular.
Yeah,
Do you want to do the one
do the one
when
that
you're
shouts, I hear her, because I hear.
here? Okay. Okay. Perfect. So, what I'm going to ask you to do, Um, you said earlier in terms of those distractions, you said don't talk about counting backwards. Is there anything you want me to avoid in terms of distractions? Any topics?
I can count backwards, but just don't do it in like twos and fours, because I'm a dyslexic, so I don't can't do that.
Okay,
Or I could
okay,
try
not
and do
to
it, but
worry.
that probably would distract me, if you want me to do that. Yeah.
Well, I'll try not to. Okay. So you're gonna quickly explain the event again, okay? And we don't need a long explanation. It's just enough for you to open up that memory, that emotion,
Understand. Okay.
light up that
Yeah.
event. Okay. Um, Once it's activated, I'm going to ask you for that SUD score out of 10. So if you want to, you can close your eyes to help you visualize it. It's up to you. And then we're going to start the havening. Okay. We're going to go straight in, and then we're going to go straight into the distractions. Okay. So
Yeah.
I think I've covered everything there. Sorry. Finally, in terms of a place you want to move towards. So on your form, you were talking about that you want to just feel content and happy
Yeah.
in the moment. and not feel sad
Yeah.
about it. Um,
Yeah.
we'll go on to this article. What we'll do is we'll revisit them and we'll do a small exercise. It's called affirmation havening, where we can just talk about some of those words. Okay, so think of it as while we're doing the event, we're going to pull out the weed of the discomfort that you're feeling, and there's a small hole in the ground
Hmm.
left, and we're going to fill it with a nice positive feeling and terminology.
That's good.
Okay.
Like
Okay,
that. Yeah.
so if you just want to relax for me, and like I said, very briefly, just enough for you to activate the event, and you can close your eyes if you want to. Um, just describe the event, how you feel, what was the event, what was happening.
Okay. So I'll come home from work or whatever, and I'll be going upstairs, and then my little lovely little girl, she's just in the shower, and she's just singing just a made up song, and she's singing as loud as possible, and I always just hear it, and it makes me just like almost like an amazement. I can't believe that that's my little girl, and she's little, and she's content and everything, but she will, all that innocence, and she will go away. She'll grow up into this teenager, and that will go. So it's like I've got to enjoy it more than I should. No, it's like I can't. This is when I get a bit like anxious because I don't know what to do.
Okay, don't worry too much. That score out of 10 right now, what would you give it?
That's but now, right now I like a five-ish.
Okay,
Five,
okay.
six.
Well, look, let's make a start. Okay, we're going to revisit this a couple of times. We revisit the event. I think you've done enough to sort of activate it. So if you just want to just close your eyes if you're happy to do so, and just start one of those three techniques. Okay.
I like this one. This is quite nice.
Yeah. Okay. Just a little bit quicker for me, a little like this sort of pace. That's it. Okay. And just relax. And I just want you to tell me what you had for breakfast this morning.
I had toast with jam.
White or brown bread?
Oh, white bread, and I had a cup of tea.
Okay. And what did you have for lunch?
I had a chicken salad.
Okay. And what did you have for drink?
I had a big bottle of water.
Okay. And this evening for dinner, what have you had?
I actually didn't. I didn't eat dinner this morning.
Okay. Okay. Are you hungry now?
I'm doing good. No, I'm fine.
Okay. That's good. That's good. If you just wanna, if you can, just close your eyes for us. Just try and relax. And I want you to now to just tell me as many items that you'd have in your fridge.
Um, items. Oh, just loads. I've got loads. There's gonna
Just
be
name
like
some.
milk, jam, butter, some beer, lettuce, cheese, tomatoes, mushrooms, some ketchups. Uh, it's quite hard. Meat, ham, cheese, orange juice, tomatoes.
Okay.
Um,
That's fine. And ne next one here, another random one. Just name me anything that is green.
Grass, lettuce, broccoli, um, tree leaves, bushes, plants, some sweets.
Okay,
Uh,
that's fine. Let's just relax there for a minute. Okay. And just you can just stop having for a second. I want you to close your eyes and take yourself back to that event, okay, that you've previously described, and just tell me any observations from that event, looking at it
Okay,
now.
so you want me to say, okay, okay, so I'm on the stairs and I'll hear my daughter singing in the shower, and
You
she'll be
don't necessarily
singing
need to repeat it, sorry. Just anything that's changed from what you described earlier, anything that's new that's come up, anything different.
her. I feel a bit happier about it. Um, I feel more relaxed about it. Um, I'm just going up the stairs and it's not almost, I don't know, almost like I can walk past it and go to my room and just unpack my, put my bag down and change clothes when I come home. So it's almost like I've just been distracted, obviously, but it's not so much of a big deal.
Okay.
But that's because I'm not forcing myself to think about it as much.
Okay. What score, thinking about it right now, what score, you gave it a 5 earlier, what score would you give it now?
Well, thinking about it, it's about three now, I guess, because it's I've been distracted, so I'm not thinking about it so much. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Again, we're going to have to just pause quickly because we've got to do another recording. Okay. So, Vinny, if you're all right to just join that other call really quickly, and I'll see you on that. Okay.
Okay.